been a while, humans. How are you all doing? I'm currently testing a brand new setup. If you were unfortunate enough to see the video I put up yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I am, in the middle of faffing around. It's been a while. Oh, something I didn't realise here is that I've still got the BGM turned on when I'm in here. So I can... Oh, I know why that is. Well, this is going to be annoying in a second, isn't it? I think it was yesterday. Yeah. Okay. Yes, so what I just discovered there is, of course, that I was playing through the audio from the starting scene on the what's it called? On the current screen, this big slime screen. And that meant, of course, that you were able to hear me whilst I was checking to see whether or not I was audible. And I am audible. And I should stop my second audio going here, or else I'm going to go mad. There we go. Very good. So the objective today is to have a little bit of a faff around. Oh, my mouth not moving. Have a little bit of a faff around with, at least the Star Wars game. I mean, going back and forth on the idea of creating a second character. I think for now maybe I won't, but yeah. So let's have a look where we are. If I go here, ooh, yeah, like that, and then like this, we've got ourselves a little bit of the character. So San Merrick is our intelligence operative. She's Corellian. 2,000 credits to start off with. She's force sensitive, so that means that if we want in the future to turn into start learning force stuff, we can, or we don't. It's entirely up to us. The one thing I've got to figure out is what to do with this wire that I keep on rolling over, because I don't want to cut it in half, because that would be very upsetting, and I don't like being upset, and I'm sure you don't either. So, yeah, that's for my headphones. Anyway. Oh, we don't need it in free edit mode. There we go. And yeah, she uses the intelligence operative template. And yeah, she can do a bit of dodging, a bit of shooting. She can drive a spaceship, shoot spaceship guns, do some investigative stuff, and mess around with computers. So that's her. I found a tool for making Star Wars avatars that is kind of fun. But this is a character that I was thinking about doing. So a chiz or a kiz. I don't know whether it would be chiz if character chocolate cat. What? Okay, well, English being English, right? And I spent some time putting some other bits and pieces into the system. So, yeah, I'm not making a second character just now, but we'll probably have one or two turn up as supporting characters. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. And then, dunk. Uh-oh. I pressed a button and something weird just happened. Let's not have the developer tools open. Oh, right, okay. That's weird. Okay, well, you learn something new every day. Apparently Control-C is a command for opening with development tools in Firefox. You learn something new every day. Not that I wanted it to do that. That's kind of annoying. How about I put this closer to my little screen changing device? Because you remember how before I was talking about how it's kind of a nuisance opening and closing things all the time. So I went through the trouble of setting up individual scenes for everything, and yeah, this is where we are now. So I've got that camera angle isn't very good. That better? Maybe. Still not great. Don't know how it look on a screen. So let's bring it closer down. So I've got the Star Wars Rebellion map here because it's nice and straightforward. And we'll be starting off on Corellia. Yes, we will. Now, one of the things that I'm not sure about is whether or not I'm going to be able to cope with this positioning, you see. Because the USB cable for the mic is USB-C. And I've only got one USB-C port on the computer. But this has necessitated me to put the microphone on the left-hand side of my desk, where, of course, everything else is. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to properly get to and from the table, which is a nuisance. So we're going to be faffing about with the Mythic emulator. You can see a reflection of the light behind me. So yeah, we'll be using Mythic as our GME, probably badly. We're starting on Corellia. Here's a little character sheet for San. Here's the difficulty numbers. And one last thing we need is a lot of D6s and a D100. So we need some D6s that are all the same colour, or one which is obviously not the same colour. But I think it's kind of nice if we just have. Have I got enough? I need like 5 at least. I've already rolled over that bloody cable. 2. Have we got any more? Have we got any more? It's a red one, which would be nice if I could have, you know. That's a red one. So not going. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's get those out of the way. Have we got any more of these little ones? We do. There we go. 2 more. Surprisingly, I've still got a large number of these. I normally lose dice. I've had these for years. So that is good. So these are our normal dice. And then, shall we use the fancy dice that I got for Christmas? One of my few Christmas presents. Yeah. It's a weird dice. But yeah, it's metal, so. But with for West End game system, you roll a number of dice equal to the D value and then a wild dice. And the wild dice explodes. Or it doesn't, if it doesn't get a 6. So let's put all those dice here. Now we also need a D100 for Mythic. Right, here we go. Let's get them. Rubber just in case. As I was saying the other day, I've got to remember that I am wired in as opposed to back before where I wasn't wired in, which means all kinds of things can go wrong if I don't remember. And also maybe this will just, can I hang this up here? How useful if I could. See if that. I'm going to pull everything off of this table, aren't I? And let's put that more there. And of course, I'm covering up those dice there because I'm the worst. Do I like? It's really nice that I've got these dice, but it's weird. Quite an aggressive little landing there. So, things being things, we've got our lists. So let's just technically speaking, we might need one dice of almost every shape here, but maybe we won't. Who knows? Oh no. I've been sat here all day thinking, do you know what I'm going to need to get? I'm going to need to get a pencil. But what do I not have? I don't have a pencil. So, 1 second. I'm going to have to go get a pencil. Like that. Okay. Kind of feel like I got a bit too much of the desk in view, but we'll live. I need to move these because maybe we should go a bit higher up. A bit more like that, maybe. So yeah, maybe that's better. As you'll note, there's going to be a lot of faffing about. So with the adventure list, we put threads. So threads are things that we're looking to complete. So they're like quest items or adventure components. And in character lists, we put anything else that we feel is going to be interesting in the adventure. So in here, I'm going to put. This is one of my biggest concerns, actually, is whether or not I should turn them. Yeah, I also disappear behind the mic from the camera, so that then the tracking can't find me, and it's all kinds of things going on at the moment. There's lots of figuring out to be done. But we can see these. So on the thread list, bring you right here. On the thread list, we put down what in here, the Imperials, Imperium, and Rebel Alliance. I think there's the two main characters to start off with. And the thread list, we're going to have... So, I don't know if I've got it on here. Biography? 1 second. Did I put it in here? I did. So, hold on. Yeah, should we go here? Right. So, I did a bit of a roll-up of some background stuff. So, I got trauma and seclusion as her background. So I went for isolated as a child. Her parents were killed during the early days of the Clone Wars. Sand was placed in an institution, frequently in trouble, and often locked in a closet until she learnt her lesson. She learnt no lesson. I expect above and beyond being a troublemaker. Her romantic partner is currently imprisoned, right? So she was captured by the rebellion. So that's kind of a rescue Mara, and we'll kind of put a little star on that, so we can't just close that thread. And I knocked this together using the ChatGPT plugin. You'll see it up here. Cool. I think that's good. Jump to bottom. And back to that one. Yeah. Cool. So we've got two characters, Imperium, Rebel Alliance, Rescue Mara, and then we need the current mission, right? So we were get stolen data to rebellion, right? So that's her current mission. She's stolen some data. Rag. I just threw my pencil away. So that's the main thread of this adventure. Get the data to the rebellion. And I think that the first, so where does she have to get it to? If we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's not going to be in the inner rim, is it? So we go 1, 2. Well, how many blocks have we got? 1. Does that look like a thicker line? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just to be annoying, it's 7, isn't it? It would have to be, wouldn't it? Let's roll a d8. The problem we were having is, we can see clearly into it now that it's here. So let's roll a d8. 1, 2, 3. And if we just normally go, right, chorus, this sector is normally 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 4. So that's here somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 planets in 4 systems of that section. Let's grab the D4 in. Here we go. 2. We're in 4, 1, 2. Mandalore. Okay. What's on Mandalore? Let's find out. So I should probably share this whilst I'm doing it. And I should probably move my head because it's in the way. So let's just do that so you can see the so you can see what I'd write when I write it. Like so. Hey, hello, I've moved. So yeah, here we can just go GPT send what with an H, what is in the Mandalore system? Let's see. So, the Mandalore system is located in the Outer Rim territories of the Star Wars galaxy. It is primarily known for being home of the Mandalorian people, a warrior culture with rich history and tradition. The main planet in the Mandalore system is Mandalore, also known as Mandalore Prime or Mandayame. It is a harsh and barren world with rugged terrain and sparse vegetation. The planet's capital city is Keldarbe, which serves as a political center of Mandalorian society. In addition to Mandalore, there are several other notable celestial bodies in the Mandalorian system. These include Concord Dawn, a moon orbiting Mandalore that serves as an important agriculture and trading hub for the Mandalorians. 2, Ordo, another moon of Mandalore that was home to Clan Ordo, one of the many clans within Mandalorian society. 3, Shogun, a small rocky planet located on the outskirts of the system that was once used as a training ground for aspiring warriors. So we can assume that it's no longer used for that anymore. 4, the Calico Belt, an asteroid belt located between Concord of Dawn and Ordo that serves as a natural defense barrier for the system. The Mandalore system has played a significant role in galactic history, particularly during times of conflict. Clearly there was supposed to be more there, but I've chopped it short. So it's going to be the Mandalore system. So do we know distance from Corellia to Mandalore? Fiddlesticks. /GPT send what is the distance from Corellia to Mandalore? Does it know? Distances are measured using, yes, we know. However, based on canonical Corellia, yes, okay. Mandalore is quite substantial. Traveling from core worlds to the Outer Rim can take significant time and require multiple hyperspace jumps. It would likely take several days or even weeks traveling at high speeds to reach Mandalore from Corellia. However, please note this information may be subject. Okay, right, cool. So we'll say that at times 1 hyperspace, it should take, let's make some notes. Journal, create journal. San Merox journal. Let's add a page. Session 1. Let's put session 1. There we go. So it would take 1 week to get to Mandalore using jump, hyperspeed, hyperspace X1 engines. So basically the higher the X is on the engines, the slower the ship, right? So Millennium Falcon was a 0.5, and most stock ships are ×2. So it would take on average about 2 weeks to do this journey. If we could find a pilot, right? But I think the opening scene is going to be and we also kind of assume that to get from Corellia, we'll have to go through kind of like, you know, that one, and that one, right? So we could go that way. That's probably the fastest way. This will be a little bit slower, but probably a little bit safer as well. If we just think about it, something like that, right? But we're currently on Corellia. Now, I just said all that, and of course you couldn't see the map. You could imagine the map, though. Browser scene, camera. Yeah, so if we could go kind of through here or through here. Hey, Alderand's still here. I worry about how that's going to come out on the YouTubes. So I just want to have a double check on what the map looks like when kind of full screen. Pretty illegible. No, that's fine. I can read that. That's all good. Cool. So let's not worry about that. Let's not worry about that. And let's go back to this. Cool. But I feel that the opening scene is kind of an imperial army officer and some stormtroopers intercepting San. Now, an opening scene. This is why we have our fate chart. Hooray. And I don't think I need any of these other ones. Well, I mean, I need this. And I need, that'll do. Could use the adventure journal. But I think I'll use I'll use Foundry as the tracker for the scene, right? So if we just go like so, and we go saying having stolen the data records from the so question, has San stolen the records herself? There's this. And I reckon it's 50-50. She's either picking up for someone else or she's doing it herself. Can I grab... fiddlesticks. I go here, and I'm getting used to this. Right, if we go here, and then we go like so, and then we go like... Press that button? Yeah, there we go. Right. So 50-50, it's 50 or more for a yes. So, did she steal the plans herself? 33. No. So she's picked the plans up from somebody else. And this is an ambush at that handover, right? So we've got 2 stormtroopers, an officer, and let's go to browser scene, camo scene, like so, right? Yeah, that's right. I don't have a drink at the moment. I have to get one sooner or later. Also, let me just move myself back onto my little corner there. There we go. So, send stole the data. No, send goes to collect for data records from another agent, but stormtroopers ambush the exchange. So actually, this might be a situation where we end up with a second player, just by virtue of. I wonder if you can hear it when I turn around and look across at the other part of the table. Yeah, just by virtue of the fact that we're in this little scrap. 1 second, I'm just going to go over to my table over there and grab a couple more stormtroopers and another model. 1 second. I've returned. I got my Corona hoodie the other day. It makes me a very happy trooper. But stormtroopers. So we're in this dark back alley on Corellia, and the bearded dude has shown up and is like, here's the data, keep it safe, right? He seems haggard and out of breath, and as he hands it over, the shooting starts. The shooting starts. The question, I suppose, is, will the informant kind of run off and hide, or will they stand and fight? Again, I think this is 50-50. I suppose one thing that you don't want to do is, if they get caught, then whatever information there is, they're going to find out that something's going on. But then they probably already know kind of what's going on anyway. So, and also the stormtroopers will be like, halt. you're under arrest, kind of thing. Halt there, citizen. And the characters likely won't. What equipment does San have? She's got a bunch of blasters and a vibroblade, comlink, and a datapad. I think that he'll just have a holdout blaster. She's got a holdout blaster and a blaster pistol. And they will all have blaster rifles, right? Now, I'm going to have to check the combat rules for Star Wars. As, the rain's pouring down. And they come out of the shadows and halt, rebels. What page is combat on? Here's my question: does the agent just shoot? I reckon it's 50-50, right? 50, spot on. I think if it's spot on, that means he does. So he starts shooting at them. So vehicle damage, vehicle movement and chases, combat and injuries. Right, ranged combat. Ranged combat occurs. Blasters use blasters. Use firearms. Yeah, fine. So Fennec is shooting a blaster pistol, 4D damage, at a stormtrooper that's 27 meters away. Fennec uses his blaster pistol specialization of 6D. Since it's 27 meters, the difficulty is moderate. Game Master picks a difficulty number of 13. Fennec rolls a 16. The shot hits. Fennec gets damage against the trooper. Estimating ranges. Okay, reaction skill. How do we figure out who goes first? We don't really have here's the list of all the combat. Damage, healing. Ow, I can't use that arm anymore. Combat, stormtroopers and rebels, trade fire, combat is normally fought in 5-second rounds. Each attack is an action. Determine the difficulty to hit. The attack, combat should be like the rest of the game, quick and exciting. Blaster bolts fly, use your judgment, estimate ranges, fine. Stormtroopers, what have stormtroopers got? I should know, I only added stormtroopers yesterday. Stormtroopers. So their blaster is 4D. Cool. Cool. And how do we do injuries? I think we're at short range. The question is, so they're both going to shoot at the stormtroopers and leap behind cover. Do I just run stormtroopers? Yeah, it's stormtroopers already, so we'll just do stormtroopers. So we're going to say that the party shoots first. She has, what's hers? She's got blaster 4D plus 2. And easy is that we're aiming for 6 to 10. Let's say 8. And let's roll. That's more than 8, so we hit. And the blaster pistol, we've got down here does 5D. So we do 5D. Now then we're going to have to check out how damage works. But, you know, I lost a dice. It's gone. It rolled a 3, but we're going to re-roll anyway. 5. Oh, even better. So 8, 9, 14, 20. So we rolled a 20. Now, how does damage work? Dodging grenades, cover, protection, armor, scale, protection, sturdy protection, armor. Armor simply adds to the strength roll when resisting damage. So strength roll is 2D. They've got Stormtrooper armor, which adds 2D, so they get 4 dice. So we've got a 20. 20. And the Stormtrooper has a 7, 8, 9. Okay, so the Stormtrooper rolled a 9, so that's 11 more. Damage. Okay, right. So we got 11 more. We made it so they're heavily damaged. Oh no, weapons can suffer damage in combat. Location. Damage, right. So 11 or more is incapacitated. And game option, where do we hit him? 6. Right leg. Okay. So he goes, she goes. What do you do? Sen first. Sen shoots for Stormtrooper and kind of vaporizes his leg from the knee as he collapses to the ground in a scream of agony. And she darts behind some cover. At the same time, he shoots at one of the dudes. I'm going to say that he's got a 3 plus 2. So that's a 6, 11, 14, 16. So that's a hit. And he's got a holdout blaster. So that's 3 dice worth of damage. So that's not very good. 10 versus their armor roll. So their armor roll's greater. So that one's fine. He also dies behind some cover. So they're looking for mediums to hit us, and we also have some protection there. So we could kind of like imagine that there's a corner here with like some buildings. I reckon this guy's on like a gantry, so he's above the rest of us, and I reckon there's kind of like you're gonna have more of a circular building here with like a pillar here that we're hiding behind, and then kind of like a shop front here. Right, little door, something like that, right? And like a junction box of some sort here that he's jumped behind. So pew 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 pew. There's all the pewing going on. In response, he's going to shoot at him. Now we're looking at medium. So 13s. And that's definitely a hit. We're going to say that Matey Boy has a strength of 3. So he hits. I think it's 5 dice for damage. So 2, 3, 6, 10, 14. And you say he's got some basic armor on. So, exploded. So that's better than the 14 anyway. But no, there we go. So he shrugs off that first blaster hit. The second blaster is a hit, and one of them's going to shoot at her and gets a hit, a big hit. What's her strength? Her strength is 3D. So, first shot of 5 was 11, 13, 20, 18, 21. So 21. Oh dear. 2, 6, 9, 10. So that's 12. 12 is incapacitated. Let's see where he got hit. 4. Arms. Right arm. So he gets shot in the arm and he goes down. So the other shot that goes over it. Oh, they've also got the. I should probably have remembered. Yeah, fine, whatever. So protection. She's behind. She's behind some sturdy protection. So it's comparable to a standard metal door. So they hit the metal door, and they get 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 16. The metal door reduces that by, well, the pillar reduces that by 7, 11, 16. So yeah, there's no serious damage to the wall. What's she going to try and do? Situation isn't looking good, right? Situation's looking dire. So she is going to here's a question. We'll presume that she's already got the data, right? No, let's presume she hasn't got the data. So she's going to try and hold on, that's, oh dear, that's not what I wanted to happen. We need to find somewhere for this to live. It needs to live somewhere. Yeah, she's going to attempt to barrel roll over there. In fact, we're going to say she's going to throw a smoke grenade. And she's got 2,000 credits. So, sounds fair to me. She lobs a smoke grenade. It goes off. Does she manage to rescue the informant and get the data? I think this is unlikely. 73. Oh wait, sugar. I need to do it the other way around, right? Does she fail to get the informant and the data out? So she fails, right? But what she manages to do is she manages to get the data, and he's like, oh, go without me, and she legs it through the smoke, with the Imperial stormtroopers hot on her heels. But she is incognito, right? So if we go back to this view. There we go. So, so manages to escape with the data, but the informant is captured. So, that's definitely not what we want. I really need... I need a solution for this wire that's not going to drive me mental. Stay up there for now. So, Sam manages to escape. I think that the informant might end up being a important character. So, you know, we want to know basically if the informant grasses on us or anything like that. Informant. So I've added that to my threads list. Now I think that so if we go, this is starting scene. I think that it didn't go as for characters inspected. So chaos goes to chaos erasers, right? So the new scene. Next scene. Sen arrives at the spaceport and attempts to and the spaceport bar and attempts to get a ship off of the planet, heading towards Mandalore. Okay, so that's what we're hoping for. Now, because we're using this, we can take the mythic up to 6. And was there a... Is there a button on here? Lets me roll the so it lets me roll the, so I should probably keep these threads up to date. It's not really a thing. Update. Thread list. Yeah, cool. Character list. So we've got Imperium. We've got the we've got the Rebel Alliance, and we've got the Informant. Okay. Random event, scene alteration, question. I think that's one, right? Chaos rank 6, is it a scene alteration? 7. Scene proceeds normally, right? So we go to the bar. There's not much of a problem. The bar has got a tasteful wee band in the background. There's a couple of Twi'lek dancers putting on a good show for everybody. The bar is smoky and it's very dive barish, the kind of place where you expect to be able to pick up rogues and scoundrels. Here's the question: does she puts out the word that she's looking for a pilot, and she's got investigation. So I feel like we could use we can use her investigation. Feels relevant. So 4 dice, 1. I reckon this is in this spaceport. Well, depending on what she gets, will depend on what happens, right? Because I feel like if she gets a low number, maybe she gets an evil scoundrel who's going to stab her in the back. If she does well, then it'll be something else. She does well. 12, 15, 14, which puts her at 15, 19, which is a difficult roll. So that's good. With difficult, that means she gets to she meets a smuggler. Let's roll on personality. Aggressive. Wild. A wild and aggressive individual. I've got some other tables here that we can use. So we've got a table for alien species. So let's just roll on this. It's a D100 roll. 72. Biff. Okay. So if we can go GPT send create a Biff. Spout how? BITH. BITH smuggler. Stat block. Can it do it? Let's see. Certainly, here we go. A Biff smuggler. Cool. So space transport 4D plus 2. Bit have the inherent ability to understand and create music. They receive a +1 to any roll. Well, let's find out what a Biff looks like then. I've got a thing that probably helps me with that. If we go back to journal and we go to GM material, and I'll take a copy of this. Do we think that that's going to be safe? I think it's safe. I think this is safe. BITH. All right, they're these dudes, dudettes, duderinos, chummers. For one, they have the brass instrument, like a big old jazz flute or something, if that's a thing, in the series. Cool. Cool. So we've got a. In fact, just so that we remember what they look like, let's new stick that in there. Okay. So they're like, sure, we can take you to. I've got a cargo going to Mandalore. Is there anything I need to know about? We're like, we're just seeking to get there quietly. And he's like, well, most people tend to be trying to get there quietly. Me, I always like to be loud and explosive. That's what he says. And he kind of flips a thermal detonator into the air and catches it as if it's like a cricket ball. And Sen is like, fair enough. Sounds good. How much do you want? Will they accept? I don't know anything about them. Will they accept? Will they accept credits? Let's see here. Will they accept credits? I think it's likely that they'll accept credits. This is where I've got to remember how this table works, right? Yes, confirming to your expectations. Rolling under the number is a yes, not over the number is a yes. I think that's right. No, rolling under the number is a no. I can't remember. For goodness sakes. Fake question. Here we go. We just do it here. Guarantee. And then we can remember how it works. I think that it's likely. Will the smuggler accept credits? Yes. Cool. So GPT send how many credits to get from Corellia to Mandalore? Does it know? Can it give me a guess? Vary depending on further. As for GM, you have the blah de blah de blah. Maybe there's something inside of here. Cost of space travel. Kilometers per hour. That's not what I'm looking for. Astrogation gazetteer. Oh look, from Alderaan to Mandalore is too new a world for people to really care about. What can I run into when I get there? Astrogation mishaps, hyperdrives in the game, nav computers. Let's just roll 2d6 times 100. 800 credits. So she's got 2,000 credits. So she's got the money for it. And she's like, okay, half up front, half once we get there. And he nods. Does do they got a name? Go to Biff name. Generate a Biff name. Certainly. Figrin Dorney. There we go. Figrin Dorney the Biff. There you go. So with the deal done, happy times are here, and we go to we head to the starport and board the ship. That's the next scene. I feel that scene went as expected. So, and we're going to add Biff. We're going to add Figrin Dorney to our list of things. Let's just do that now. So, character list, Figrin Dorney. Smuggler. And add them here as well. Copy. No. Copy. Control copy. Thread list, character list. Paste. Update. My leg's itching. The thing that slime shouldn't have to worry about is that an itching leg. Figurine Dorney has been added to our list of things. So, next scene. Next scene. Scene 2, I should probably say. Scene 2, scene... spell properly, scene 3. Sen, so our prediction is Sen arrives at the space transport and we leave the planet. Right, that's our expectation. Chaos. Chaos is 5. Chaos was 6. Scene alteration. Roll. 5. Scene was altered. Is it going to do the next roll? No. So let's just double check. Scene alteration. Scenes. Making of a scene. Preparing lists. Character lists. Scene structures. First scenes. Meaning tables. The 4 W's. Altered scenes. If your expected scene becomes an altered scene, the scene begins in the next most expected way. Well, the next most expected way has to be the stormtroopers round the corner. We'll use this boffin as our dude. So let's do this. Right. So our ship is on the landing pad, and our new friend is on the dock for the ship, and we're heading up, all kind of cautious and cunning like. I think we do need to ask some questions. Does Frigrin Dorney have more staff? So should probably do that whilst we're in here. Browser. So does Frigrin Dorney have a crew? That should be a 5. It's a chat. No, so Frigrin Dorney operates all on their lonesome. Cool. So an Imperial inspector and some Imperial stormtroopers start heading towards the ship, and our person, Biff, is like, oh my, this seems like a problem, and looks at what's going on, and I guess the question is, do the stormtroopers start shooting? Do the stormtroopers Just start shooting? Question mark. I think it's likely. 2. Exceptionally, yes. So even if it was unlikely, it definitely started happening. So not only are they kind of all guns blazing, I think that during the fight, during the shootout, they get a but they've got a tracking device, right? So you can kind of imagine that they've turned up, halt, criminal scum. Does so we made a difficult roll, right? So we can presume that he's actually probably that Biff is that Figurin is actually a rebel, right? Because we rolled a difficult. I think we managed to hit upon a rebel, and whilst they've secretly managed to get a, let's change the scene, browser scene, camo scene, like so. So I think whilst Biff isn't gonna abandon us, because Biff is quite a successful role. So Biff is going to disappear back onto the ship, right? And they're all going to be shooting at her, and she's going to be shooting kind of randomly over the kind of large cargo container that she's hiding behind, conveniently positioned cargo container, and you can hear like there's all sorts of badness going on, and they're closing in. When the doors on the ship start to open again, and the laser cannons start to fire at the guys, right? So the stormtroopers all start to scatter as the laser turrets on the ship start to go pew, 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 and like, ah! And like there's a yeah, we haven't managed to get the blaster cannons out yet, so they're undergunned for this particular situation. But there's clearly all kinds of chaos going on in the starport, and with that, she rushes onto the ship, right, and the ship launches. Now. There's an angry lieutenant is shouting at people and kind of trying to direct orders, and we're going to call them Lieutenant Gibbons. Lieutenant Gibbons. And they're an Imperial officer. Imperial Naval officer. Right, now we're in space and things have gone bad. So I reckon our chaos factor has gone up again. So we're back up to a chaos factor of 6. Scene 3. Scene 4. Now, chaos, camo, no, it's browser. Right, so chaos rating is up to 6 again. I reckon that, so the expected scene is that the transport, which is the I had a good name for it. Well, I won't say I had a good name for it. I mean, I had a name for it last night. The Open Venture. We transport the Open Venture. Leaves the atmosphere and heads to a point where you can enter hyperspace. So that's the expected scene, right? Everyone's busy. There's not going to be any problems. It's all going to be fine. And scene alteration. Check. 7. Scene proceeds normally. Okay, so do we get contacted by do we get contacted by traffic control? Yes, we get contacted by traffic control. Conversation, personality, how are they feeling? 100, wise. 40, follower. That makes sense. You know, they're good at the job that they do, and they are used to following orders. So I think the space traffic controllers are following protocol, and perfect, very, very happy about the situation. So here's another one. Does the lieutenant get in touch with traffic control? Question mark. Uh-oh. 52. Move away from a thread. 23. Judge. Disruption. Okay, right. So we want to roll on the thread list. Getting the data to a rebel alliance. Okay, so we're not going to be able to get... Right, so... Judge disruption. Okay. So whilst we're... browser scene, camo scene... Right, so whilst we're heading to our jump point, we hear the angry cat noises. Well, the angry cat noises of, and when I say we, I mean those of us watching the movie, not the actual people inside the spaceship, because of course sound doesn't travel in space. So, you know, as the TIE fighters come in to escort us away from the scene. So move away from a threat. So we're going to have to go in the wrong direction, right? So we're going to have to head to somewhere else. Locations. Cryptic message. 91. Struggle information. Okay, right. Okay, so these TIE fighters are kind of coming in. They're because they've been informed that we're escaping from the surface, and that they think there's rebel activity on board, and they're not pleased with us, and we're firing back, right? So, Matey Boy is piloting the ship, and Sen is on the gun. So she's rushed up there, got on the laser turrets and started pew 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 back, right? So, two things to check out. Let's change you back to the browser for a moment. We've got actors, and we've got two TIE fighters, and we've got a YT 240, right? And they're pew 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 pew. All the pewing is going on, and we've got all shields in our rear arc. Pew 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 pew. And we're going to do a couple of things. So first off, we're going to roll Sen for getting us closer to our exit hyperspace calculation. Right, so they got astrogation 4D plus 1. So we're going to need an astrogation roll and a piloting roll. And I think because we're under stress, the astrogation roll is going to be difficult. So leg went out. So 4, 8, 9, 6, so 15. Another 6. 21. 24. Oh, the astrogation calculation is perfectamondos. 21 plus 1, so 22. And San is going to shoot at the bad people who are chasing us. So she's got 4D as well on shooty McShooty. Oh wow, what a roll. So that's 18, 19, 21. So she gets a 21. And let's just check Starship combat. Starships may make a starship dodge to avoid enemy fire, just vehicles can perform vehicle dodges. This is a reaction skill. The pilot making the starship dodge rolls his piloting skill and adds his ship's maneuverability. This is the new difficulty number to hit the ship. Okay, so she got 22. And that will get 6 dice. So 8, 10, 11, 12, 18. So it has 18. She rolled 22, so she hit the Star Destroyer, not the TIE Fighter. So one of them's got a 20. No, I wonder if there's anywhere I could just store this number. No, let's just store it here. So T1 has an 18. And we'll do the other TIE Fighter again with 6 dice. Wow. The other one is far more difficult. 10, 22, 25, 26. That one has T2, has a 26. 26. Now, when shooting at a TIE fighter, it's a medium range for a moderate difficulty, target 14. If a TIE pilot decides to make a starship dodge, and I presume full reaction. A pilot can make a full reaction, but it can be the only action in the turn. The ship's maneuverability. Okay. The character adds the piloting skill and the ship's maneuverability code and adds it to the difficulty of all attacks for that round. When shooting at the TIE fighter, medium range, difficulty 14, the TIE fighter decides to make a starship dodge, rolling the starship pilot skill of 4D and his TIE maneuverability 2D. He gets a 20. Ren's difficulty number to hit the TIE is 20. Okay. Reaction skills, shields, starship weapons. So I kind of presume that if you do so, okay, starship combat, determine the difficulty number. The attacker rolls his skill, starship gunnery, or capital ship weaponry. If the roll is equal, Ren, shields, starship movement, running space combat. As you dive into the asteroid belt, make space transport roll. Right. All right. Difficulties. Starship movement failures. Those are bad. Reaction skills. Starships may make starship dodge to avoid enemy fire, just as vehicles can do vehicle dodge. This is a reaction skill. The pilot making the roll. I should probably go up and check what reaction skills are, because I saw it a moment ago. I just didn't bother reading it. Reaction skills. Movements and chases. I do remember it being mentioned. Where is it? Reaction skills. Of course, when someone takes a shot at you or a swing, here the reaction skills. Dodge. Your character dodges out of the way of any ranged attack. Melee parry. Right. Brawling parry. When using a reaction skill, the character makes the skill roll. The roll is the attacker's new difficulty number. Combat modifiers, drawing weapon, fire control, combat is dangerous. Full reaction. The character can make a full reaction. Okay. Fine. So, doing a reaction doesn't affect your next combat roll. So, cool, right. So, we hit the ship. We hit that first TIE fighter. So, this TIE fighter is targeted. Y99 has hit with the laser cannon. I mean, looking at that ship, it's definitely got 4 laser cannons, doesn't it? Well, it's got 2 laser cannon turrets, so it really should have 2 of these, and they're both turrets. So, let's just turret. Let's add this second turret on here, right? So, the damage, target TIE fighter, roll. Oh wow, that's terrible. That's a terrible roll for that first gun. And the second gun? It's a pretty bad roll as well. So the TIE fighter has 2D plus 0. Roll? Yeah. Oh, wow. If I thought my roll was bad, its roll was way worse. So it got a 2 versus an 8 and a 13. So that sounds like it's probably exploded. Which isn't all that surprising, is it? So damage, 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 starship damage. So one of them was a 6. 6 is lightly damaged. The other was a 11, which is heavily damaged. Shields blown, controls light down, heavy damage. Ship loses 2D of maneuverability. Ship loses weapon systems. Okay, so this ship is heavily damaged. It ain't happy. 1 to 3, it's weapons are down. 4 to 6, its maneuverability is down. 4 to 6, so its maneuverability is down. But it still gets 2 shooters. So first off, Matey Boy is going to be piloting it. So target 11, 16, 18, 19. I think you got +1. 19. Is it 19, 20? Okay, so the target's 20. So this one, have we got? We've got a fire pilot on here, right? Yeah. Roll 16, so that's a miss. And this one is going to shoot. Gunnery. Roll. So the difficulty isn't easy, it's stringy. But that's a 21, so that hit. So weapons. Yeah. Roll. And oh dear. Well, I shouldn't be targeting the TIE fighter, should I? T. So that was a 20. Oh dear. That's an 18. So 20 and an 18, and it has all of its shields in its rear arc. So, and right now we can presume that we're all shooting from the rear. So that's 7 dice. Target. Yeah. 23. Okay. So pew 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 pew. Actually, probably more like that's the wrong way around. It's more like this. All kinds of chaos. Bad times are happening. But the astrogation coordinates are plugged in. So I think it's going to be another round of combat, and then they'll jump out. So yeah. So this time he's going to put all his effort into. Well, no, he's only 9, 10, 20. So target's 20 again. To hit him, they'll need to re-roll their dodge as well. So you've got a 6. No, you've only got a 4, don't you? So I should probably just roll that flat. Piloting? Oh. Let's roll that flat then. 4, so 9, 14. So this TIE fighter is on 14. T1 is on 14. T2 is on is on 22. So she's going to shoot at the TIE fighter again. So she gets to roll. Easiest if I just do it here. Starship gunnery. Bonus dice 2 because it's got fire control 2. Target. Yeah, you can't put a number in there. That would probably be useful. Roll. So she gets 23, so that's a hit. And draw that damage, baby. So it's a 16 and an 18, and it gets it gets to roll its toughness. It gets a 7. Oh dear. That's an 11 and a 9, which is another 2 heavily damaged. So I reckon that has destroyed that TIE fighter as it is on fire, explodes into all the little pieces. This other TIE fighter is no doubt very sad about what just happened to a friend, and will shoot a matey boy. So gunnery, roll 17. What's its target? 23. 17. And actually, surely it should have another 2 dice because it's got fire control. So let's roll those here. We've already rolled the wild dice, so these are just 2 not wild dice. 17, 20, 21 versus 21 versus 23. Oh, there's some amazing maneuvering going on. It's like and then it goes to hyperspace. And we escape. I think that scene didn't go too well. Yeah, we had clearly they know the ship, so so let's go here. Well, the ship makes it to hyperspace. It was chased by TIE fighters and chased by TIE fighters. It has had to go off course while it is clear that the ship has been logged as hostile by Imperial patrols. Something like that. So now I feel like we should add a new character to this, which will be Imperial Patrol Ship. Right. Imperial patrol ship. So put it into the character list because it's just something we might encounter, right? And we need to add it into here as well. Not here, into here. Where is it? What are we doing? Here, right, here it is. Character list. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we don't have a lieutenant in here. Lieutenant Gibbons. Also, we need add Lieutenant Gibbons, and we have Imperial Patrol. Imperial Patrol ship. Update. Now, I just want to check something. When I go back in here, yeah. Okay, right. So it's added another 5, like with much like with the actual sheet, right? So it's got kind of like a which section is it in, and then you've got a bunch of choices which might be not an actual thing. Cool. Top 9. Well, let's do one more scene. Now, we were planning on going to, let's just change it to here. Gonk. So we were planning on going to Kato, Nemedia, Kashyyyk, and Mandalore, right? Well, let's say that we've had to go to one of these 3, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Okay, so we've gone to Sullust. So it's not bad. It could be worse. But let's ask GPT send. What is the Imperial presence in Sullust? Sullust. The Imperial presence in Sullust is significant, as the planet is a key industrial and mining hub for the Empire. The Empire has established several military bases and garrisons across the planet to protect its interests and ensure the smooth operation of its mining operations. Additionally, there are Imperial officers and stormtrooper units stationed on Sullust to maintain order and enforce Imperial rule. That sounds like it's going to be exciting. So, scene 5, chaos rating 7. So we expect it to arrive outside of the Sullust main populated zone and recalculate a jump. Recalculate a jump to Malastair. So that's what we're expecting to do. Nice and easy, no problems. It's all going to be fine and dandy. That's our expectation. So, scene alteration, up to 7. Chat. 2. Interruption event. PC positive. Oh, good. 78. Cruelty. Food. PC positive. That's interesting. Let's double check. PC positive. PC positive. Scenes, meaning tables, expected scenes, altered scenes, scene adjustment. This wasn't a scene adjustment, was it? It's an interruption event. Interruption scene. When interruption scenes, well, altered scenes play off thingy. Interruption scenes are something completely different. So where's for random events? Because clearly that's off of a random events tables. Where are they? Let's go back to here. No, there it is. Random events, page 35. Okay. What does it say for PC positive? PC negative or positive? Something bad or good happens to a player character, depending on the results. You got the event table. If the event calls for a PC, something happens to a PC. Yeah, negative or positive. The positive or negative can be something story shifting and important, or it can be something minor, as long as you think it's the most expected interruption. What's throwing me off there is the cruelty and food. PC positive. I think I'll ignore the cruelty and food because I don't think that they have anything to do with what's going on. But PC positive, interruption event, something positive that happens. Something positive that happens that isn't just the scene, right? Because the scene was already something positive. So, let's see about cryptic messages, plans, important plans. Nothing's giving me anything that I can really, for really abilities. It's funny the things that stump you, right? It's like okay, what's the immediate assumption of something that happens that's positive for the PC? So scene adjust 6. Add an object. So I reckon that what's going to happen here is I reckon that what's her name? San and um, where are we? Where are we? Sam and Figurin to have a really great chat. Really become fast friends as they sit there and go about the day. And I think that that's, they have a good time in Hope, especially play a few games of that weird chess game where they go always let the Wookiee win. And yeah, otherwise they have a pretty good time. They have a good old shindig. And so they build trust between each other. And I think that helps them both kind of get through the day. So I think that's what happens as a PC positive. So they're good buds. So we have a interrupt scene. So interrupt scene. The two, so it's PC positive, figuring, and San hit it off and build a trusting relationship with one and another. Cool. So now we go into scene 6. And I feel like the chaos rating has gone back down to 6. And let's see what happens. Back to 6. Scene alteration. Roll. 4. Another interrupt event. 9. NPC action. 3. 93. Proceeding. So, NPC action, if we look at our character lists, hold on, you're not in the right place. Right. If we look at our character list, so we've got NPC proceedings a burden. I'm not so sure about what that is. I suppose we've got an NPC action. I'm thinking let's roll. See what we get. Choose a roll again. So I'm going to have an off-screen with Lieutenant Gibbons talking to his commanding officer and highlighting to them that we need to deploy more forces to track down this ship, right? Scene 6, interrupt. Lieutenant Gibbons gained support to deploy. Okay, so that's what he wants. So does the commander give Lieutenant Gibbons does the commander send out a notification, send out additional patrols to locate the open venture. I think it's likely. No. Well. No. Doesn't. Attempts to make hunting down the open venture a priority for his commanding officers, but they do not see it as important. So he will head up his own command and head out. So he will continue his attempts to find out where the ship is going. So wait a minute, where are we? So 6. We were down to a 6. I reckon this is taking it down to a 5. If I am frank. Chaos rating 5. And I don't think we need to add any more whatchamacallums. It should be a 5. Yeah. To chat. 8. Scene proceeds normally. And I think that's where we'll wrap that up for now. Top bananas. Scene 6. Yeah, so we've managed to make it to Solust, and it's been nice and unproblematic here at Solust. So we'll ask a few questions and then we'll jump out. So top bananas, let's save that there. And cool. We'll talk probably later, maybe tomorrow. Because I want to play Beyond the Wall as well. So let's just go browser scene, turn that off. And donk. When I go over this, look, way the Y200, wee TIE fighter. It's cool. So top banana, we'll yeah, you have fun now you're here, and let's do that, and then farewell. Talk next time. We'll play some Beyond the Wall, which I'm looking forward to. And I'm looking forward to picking this up as well. So, top bananas, have fun. Bye-bye.